Hello everyone, my name is Tan, and I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture, particularly its love for green teas, also known as matcha. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey to explore the heart of Japanese tradition, the tea ceremonies. So, let's talk about history of tea ceremonies. Around the end of the 12th century, a Buddhist monk from Japan named Isai Miwan visited China and was fascinated by the unique tea drinking style called tencha. This method involved putting matcha powder in a bowl, pouring hot water, and whisking the mixture together. Isai brought back the tea seed and the preparation process to Japan and shared them with the other monks. Gradually, tea alluring flavor and calming effect attract many Japanese people to the tea drinking tradition. They combined the act of drinking tea with the Zen spirit of Buddhism to develop the art of tea appreciation, which became known as Chado. This practice is purely Japanese and has become a distinctive part of their culture. So, before we begin in the ceremony itself, let's set the sense. Imagine a traditional tea house with a cozy space design with tatami floor. Now that you can visualize the setting, let's transition to how the host prepare to welcome guests. An essential part of the ceremony is a purification ritual, symbolizing the removal of impurity before entering the tea room. Guests traditionally remove their shoes and wash their hands before entering. Stepping inside, we encounter various essential tools. So, this is Natsume matcha tea container. Inside, we have matcha green tea. This is the finely ground powder of processed green tea leaf. Here is chasaku. This one used for scoop the matcha. The whisk called a chasen. This one is used to create a smooth and frothy tea mixture, and we usually have the kama, a traditional Japanese teapot, usually made of iron and heat the water for the ceremony, but I don't have it here, so I use my thermal bottle. Another thing is chakin, a cotton tea cloth used to clean the utensil. And finally, the chawan, the beautiful bowl used to serve the tea. These bowls come in various size and design depending on the type of tea and even the season. All of these you can find on Amazon. Very easy, right? Now for the main event, preparing and serving the tea. So once everyone is settled, the host begin preparing the tea with the cleansing and purification of the tools themselves. The host will then preheat the chawan and chasen with hot water and wipe it clean. Hot water we use here is around 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not a boiled water. Next, come to the matcha powder. The exact amount depends on the tea type and season. But for our demonstration, let's add 2 large scoops to the chawan and fill it with hot water. The amount of water we use here depends on how we want to the matcha. And now we use the chasen with the channel and control motion, which the tea for about 30 seconds, creating a beautiful frothy layer. There are two types of tea ceremony, which is informal, chakai, meaning tea gathering, or formal, informal chakai, meaning tea gathering, and formal chaji, meaning tea event. A chakai is a simple tea gathering consisting of sweet and thin tea. Chaji, on the other hand, is much more formal gathering, often including a full kaiseki meal and followed by sweet thick tea and thin tea. A chaji can last up to 4 hours. Green tea, as you know, is more than just a beverage in Japan. Matcha boasts numerous health benefits, from boosting antioxidants to potentially lowering cholesterol and even preventing certain cancer. So, as you can see, a 40 form over here. Once the tea is perfectly prepared, the host carefully presents the chawan to the first guest, ensuring the front of the bowl face them. Here's where the guest ethic comes. The first guest admires the bowl. Rotate it 2 times slightly. Take a sip and savor the flavor. Then they wipe the rim of the bowl with a special cloth and respectfully pass to the next guest. This beautiful tradition continues until everyone has enjoyed the tea and the bowl eventually returns to the host. The ceremony concludes with the host cleaning the utensil and expressing gratitude to the guests for their participation. The guests in return express their appreciation and respect for the host's hospitality. Finally, the host bows to each guest as they depart from the tea room. So, we just witnessed the core step of Japanese tea ceremony, but its significance goes far beyond simply drinking tea. It's a ritual that cultivates mindfulness, appreciation for the present moment, and the creation of the shared experience that fosters connection between the host and the guest. Thank you for watching. Feel free to ask if you have any question.